On to race number 6 then, the 6th on the programme, Class 4 over the 1600 metres, headed by All for St Paul's. Gets the inside gate, he likes to roll forward as well. Decisive action with the cheek pieces on for the first time. Cheerful Days, where's the blinkers for the first time? Beaten favourite on 2 of his 4 starts so far. Like My Day from the 2000 back to the 1600 here, as is Family Leader, who has run up to full power. Last time out, Rainbow Light switches from the all-weather to the turf. We got Stunning Impact, gets up from the 14 to the mile, placed 3rd in his last 2 starts. Brave Power up in trip as well, who was 5th to My Sugar last time out. And a Polar Warrior also from the 14 to the 1600 metres behind Fortune Master last time out. Family Leader, Jimu, and Brave Power are the horses, Mark, who've been up at Chongfang the last month.
And All for St Paul's has drawn barrier 1, Andrew, so he should ping straight to the lead on a good to slow tempo. Like My Day is outside him. Then we've got Red Majesty and Pakistan Friend slotting in from wider draw. Stunning Impact a little more handy around Run Good. Family Leader leading Fortune, very unlucky last time, and Brave Power, he's stepping up in distance too. We go back to Rainbow Light and Cheerful Days with the blinkers on, Paul.
All for St Paul's. Look, he's going really well, this horse. His track work's been good as well. The stable's firing at the moment, Frankie Law, and look, he looks really good. So he looks positively in this. He's got barrier number 1, 2 over the 1600. Cheerful Days, he's the opposite. He can't get a draw, this horse. He's drawn barrier number 10, but blinkers will go on him, and he's quite keen here working, and Joe Moreira aboard. So there's no issues with him. He's going really nicely as far as track work's concerned. And Stunning Impact, yet to win. Stunning Impact gets back and runs on. That's his what he normally does. This horse travels nicely once again. No problems with him. He's got a wide draw, but it's not a big issue for him.
All right, he gets up in trip as well, so maybe that'll help. Cheerful Days gets the blinkers on for the first time. He'll be ridden by Joe Moreira.
Joe, Cheerful Days, you've ridden him in his last couple of runs now. How do you think he's going?
He's going all right. He's been working really good. Francis has put on blinkers on him, and he feels much better.
So is he an improving type of horse, because he looks well bred and he's been thereabouts without winning in the few runs that he's had?
He hasn't won a race yet, but he's just about to win his, and could be this time. He's been running well, as you said. He's been just finding that better horse on the days, but he has been improving, and he's a kind of a horse that I believe the day that he breaks through, he may win one back to back. So he's a kind of a horse that people can have faith in him.
Drawn an awkward gate here, gate 10 on Sunday. What are your thoughts there?
Tricky, but it is what it is. We're going to handle it the best we can. Hopefully he can slot in, get some cover, and I'm sure he's going to hit the line very strong.
Nice positive push then around Cheerful Days from Joe, chatting at track work with Ed Sadler. Next up, we can have a look at Family Leader. Now, this is him over 2,000 metres, Mark, last time out. But he is a course and distance winner already over the 1,600 metres. That was back in September. He was beaten favourite here.
And carried 120 pounds in that race, Andrew. He's got 125 here. Tony Picone rides drawn out in barrier number 9. Despite the fact he has won at the trip, Paul, I'm happy to risk him. I think I prefer him over the 2,000.
Yeah, I agree. He looks a little bit one-paced, although he has won over the 16, as you mentioned. The draw looks a bit awkward for him as well. So, look, I didn't find his spot there.
OK, Stunning Impact gets from the 14 up to the 1,600 metres here. Has drawn wide, to assume he'll drop in. This is more authentic champ form, Paul.
Yeah, look, he runs good races, Stunning Impact. He was unlucky not to win one last season. The 2/3 that he has had over the shorter trips have both been pretty good. Always looks like the 1,600 will suit him. He's drawn wide, but he gets back anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. So, look, I think he's a big hope in this.
We'll just be hoping that pace is on, and All for St Paul's will be setting it up. Didn't have him in the top 4, but he was certainly just outside. It was hard to narrow it down to 4 in this.
All right, last one we'll have a look at, Mark, is Brave Power. Now, he's back at the trials here. He's another one getting up to the 14 to the 1,600 metres. So it was a good effort from him last time out.
It was, and he always runs on at the end of his races, Brave Power. His last 2 over the 14, as you said, but he was still beaten 6 3/4 and 4 1/2, Paul. He's drawn nicely in 5. He drops a couple of pounds. Again, like Stunning Impact, he'll be getting into the race, and the horse that won this trial is Excellent Proposal. The horse that ran second in this trial is Colonel, so it's good form out of this one.
Yeah, look, he's running quite well. Look, the 1,600 metres for him, I think, is ideal. He's by declaration of war, so the further they go, the better for this horse. I've got him in on a minor line.
OK, reasonably open here. Cheerful Days, ridden by Moreira. We heard from him. He's positive. Paul, what do you think?
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers, and I think he'll win a race at some stage. I'm just worried about the draw here. So he's only in for third for me. All for St Paul's, I think he'll be in front of all these horses turning for home and can kick on. He's a hard horse to get past. He's been very sort of tough in his runs this season. Stunning Impact from the back. He'll be running on late. Cheerful Days and Brave Power. 1, 10, 4 and 12.
Actually going to make Decisive Action the best bet of the day because he's drawn a gate. He's had double-figure gates his last 5 and he comes up with 2. Now, hopefully, Zach can just punch up on the back of All for St Paul's, who's going to lead the race. And if Decisive Action has just done no work to flop in behind him, he can run him down. 2 on top. Cheerful Days has had the 4 starts. He's been good in all for St Paul's. Frankie Law's got him absolutely trucking along, and Leading Fortune has been better. He never really got a clear crack at them last time either. 2, pretty keen on him to beat 4, 1 and 3.
All right, I'm going with Brave Power. We just saw that trial, as Mike pointed out as well. It looked good as well with excellent proposal and Colonel. I think a Polar Warrior didn't quite make it into the top 4 for me, but he's worth a second look, having a look at his last start efforts. That is race number 6, which leads us on to the 7th on the programme. Still on the turf, 1,200 metres the trip for the next.